April 22nd, 4:44 p.m. Wade Allen Heineman, still 1/2 mile north of Fairbank, Iowa, in the mobile home by myself. Got home the 19th from going to Guttenberg for paying for something for my mother. As I said before, been home since, day and night, not left the property. The criminals continue to stage lies and get me tortured for 10 years. More crimes have been committed against me than any other person on earth the last 10 years. Everybody knows that. Don't know what they're staging recently, but it's indicated Hawaii and Philadelphia criminals. And my 2 X accounts, which I had to change passwords and YouTube passwords and Gmail passwords because it was indicated frauds were link in bio or something. They were showing Crossings, Florida. YouTube or x.com/Wade. Yes, was showing the Crossings, Florida. I have a VPN on both, separate VPN on both of my phones. This is my secondary phone. This is for youtube.com/@Wade. Yes. And my other X account was showing, I believe, Wisconsin or Illinois. It's been showing Wisconsin and Illinois recently, but it's a VPN that I've had on I pay for the VPN. It's a very prominent name VPN. I've had it for, I don't know, approximately 4 or 5 months, I think, approximately. So I usually try to use the VPN on both my phones. Again, this one varies on where it shows. They're different VPN companies. I try to change everything up on both my phones that way. My other X account is not a Gmail associated account. This one is a Gmail associated account on my X. The other one is on a different email account, and that's pretty much the only thing I use that email account for, is to log into my X account, x.com/WADES2ND. So if anybody's sending emails from any of my email accounts, I don't email people except for like universities, as I've said before, and use it for logging in to my accounts, and a couple of things to like a guitar supply business. Haven't played electric guitar in the last month. I've been playing acoustic. I don't know what else to say. I proved my identity again today as I remembered the songs that were played at my aunt and uncle Judy's wedding and what they wore at their wedding, colors that they were wearing. I told that to my parents. It was indicated the fraud stole an old bank book of mine. They were in my home with boxes of my papers. Again, when I was gone to Guttenberg, I believe, on the 19th. There's 3 boxes of papers, full of them, documents, papers, and such, that I have to leave in here because I can't fit it all in my Prius. So if anybody stole any of that kind of stuff, I want them in prison today, 10 to 20 years. It's fair, I think, for what they've done to my life. I've been tortured for 10 years due to these people, so they need to go to prison today. Wade Allen Heineman, still 1/2 mile north of Fairbank, Iowa, and 68, 52 years old, green eyes, not blue, 10.7-inch hands, as indicated, had a date, no date, romance, or relationship in 9 years. March 2015 was the last date, romance, or relationship I've had. No sexual contact in 6+ years. No sex in longer than that. I've not had sex in longer than that. No sexual or physical contact in 6+ years. Never been with a male, transgender child. Never would be. Indicated penis problems. I don't have penis problems. Again, what I told the doctor when I went in for my physical, when I get hit with sonic attacks for several days in a row, it may start affecting my penis size and the immediacy of it is the best way to say it, without having to get too, graphical. But, and if the wind is blowing hard like it was today, my penis and testicles areas will start to sweat a lot and sometimes shrink, temporarily. like it does in a shower for men. It will, it's cutting off the blood flow to those areas to protect them because of whatever is being done to your body. So whatever I'm breathing in from whatever's being picked up in the wind as it was blowing, it's been blowing hard today. It causes my penis to shrink a little bit temporarily, and my balls have been sweating all day because of it. So, it's just sad and pathetic what the United States is now. Surveillance, stage lies, and then stage lies on top of the surveillance, digital manipulation, you know, assessing my body within my home, absolutely no privacy, which causes PTSD right there. It doesn't need anything more than that to cause PTSD in me. But on top of everything else, stage lies, people stealing my lifetime of work, indicated Hawaii and Philadelphia again today. I mean, this is what the United States is now. It is a pathetic, pathetic, pathetic thing that I am dealing with the United States of America right now. Again, this will be for youtube.com/@WADEYES only. All my physics ideas are my own. The recent ones about I posted one yesterday about an equation that when it's applied to general relativity, people in physics are confounded why it comes up that it looks like there's nothing changes in the universe. As I've said since 2015, it's because that time is relative change. And if you apply a theorem to the general relativity, like I forget what it's called now, the DeWitt, I forget what the other name is. It's a equation that seems to show that if you're applying general relativity, which is a model of the universe, of 3D model of nature with the time aspect, which is relative change, when you apply this equation to general relativity, it shows that there's nothing changes in the universe. It's because time is relative change. That's why it does that. And that's, if you take a model of the universe like general relativity, it is not nature itself, as Einstein said in his own book. He never was deluded that his model of the universe was nature itself. And it doesn't apply to all aspects of nature. It only applies to a certain window of the world. And I'm not saying Microsoft Windows. I have nothing to do with Bill Gates, and I never have. So I'm just saying that that's the best way to explain it. It applies to a certain part of the physical world, but it does not apply to all parts of the physical world, and it is not nature itself. So when you apply that equation to it, it seems to show that nothing changes. It's because that time is relative change. That's all time is relative change. You go from one point in that we say to right now to some point in the future. All that has happened is there's been relative change throughout the universe, all aspects of it, obviously, but that's why that comes up that way. And physicists are confounded about that. Physicists are confounded about the two-slit experiment. I said there needs to be computer modeling done with an ether composed of light particles that have lost their momentum and are packed in centers of mass, like in our atmosphere, in the solar system, in around stars like the sun, in and around galaxies. That's where these light particles will stop moving and be caught in the gravitational field of the galaxy and then packed in closer to centers of mass. And that's why I'm saying there needs to be computer modeling done of that. All these physics ideas are my own. Wade Allen Heinemann. The collective gravity one is too. And explaining that one, I emphasized already in a couple audios, 2 or 3 audios now. that the moon does not have a gravitational field. So I'm not talking about electricity. It should have been obvious to anybody that was really listening to what I was saying. But some moron, I guess, or someone just not listening to what I said is trying to say that I was talking about volts or hertz or watts. No, I wasn't talking about any of those things. I was talking about the individual charges of electrons and protons and counting all of those up on the moon, which has no electromagnetic field. It has a gravitational attraction, though, and so does the Earth, which has a strong electromagnetic field. So you have one object that has no electromagnetic field, one that has a powerful electromagnetic field, and they both have the same gravitational attraction as far as the gravitational constant being 6.67. So that means that electromagnetic fields have nothing to do with gravity, but that mass does, and all mass has protons and electrons. So whoever was criticizing me about the charges that I was talking about electrons and protons. I wasn't talking about volts and watts and hertz and such. I wasn't talking about electricity. So there you go. Wade Allen Heinemann. Again, April 22nd, 2024, youtube.com/@Wade. Yes, that's the only place this audio should appear. And this is my secondary phone. The other one is off at this point. I'm still half mile north of Fairbank, Iowa, in the mobile home by myself as always.